and welcome back to the Pretty Little Podcast. We're your hosts.
My name is Phoebe.
And my name is Caroline. And today, you guys know, we have to talk all about the life of a showgirl. I predict that will be the bulk of the episode, and that's okay.
It kind of has to be.
It kind of has to be. Look, it's just what it is. And you don't have to like Taylor Swift. You don't have to like the album, but you do have to know that you're wrong.
Well, also, you just have to know that, like, that was obviously going to be what we were going to be talking about.
Yeah,
so.
Of course. So if you're here, then I'm assuming you're on board. But we have other stuff to talk about first, of course. One being our epic freaking weekend. No, get down. And that was me talking to my mom's dog, Sid. Sid thinks he's a podcast guest, and I'm like, Sid, you literally don't speak English.
Literally.
And you don't have time in the day.
He's so busy.
Sid is so busy. It's like famously, one thing about Sid, our dog Sid Vicious. Well, there are two famous things about him. The first one is that we don't know if that's the dog that we picked up when we got Sid Vicious, because he looks completely different than he did when we got him. And number two is that Sid has a packed schedule.
Oh my gosh.
Sid, like one time I went in his crate, I found like a bunch of 5-hour energies. I was like, Sid,
you're gonna get a kidney stone.
Sid, you're gonna get a kidney stone if you keep acting like this.
Well, I think he's kind of treating mom and dad's trip away this weekend as like he's on vacation, because this morning Snoop was the one who was like scratching at the door ready to get up. I mean, we still slept pretty late, thank you, but you were annoying. I'm looking at Snoop as I say that.
What else was new?
And I thought that they were both scratching at the door being crazy. I walk in, Snoop is the one at the door, and Sid is on his back asleep on Lily's bed.
Sid's like, I've never slept this long in my life, and I've never slept this deeply.
And I'm never going to again, so I have to soak it up.
Yeah.
Because as soon as dad's home, I have to get to work.
I know. He's like, well, dad and I are kind of on the same schedule. So when dad gets up, I start my day too. We just sort of get it going. He works out, I work out. Like, we both get to work. My work is more sort of like scavenging, gathering, looking for things, talking to the forces, things like that.
Mom said that when they got home from the beach, Sid bolted inside, immediately went downstairs, came upstairs with a bone.
Sid is the king of hiding. Like, he
today under that sweatshirt. I saw him up there.
Okay, wash that sweatshirt.
Digging around, and I was like, don't dig on that sweatshirt.
Yeah,
that was expensive.
Yeah,
I move it, bone under.
Yeah,
the sweatshirt.
Yeah. I love when Sid is like in a fury, like a furious frenzy, running, looking for something, like in a hiding spot that he discovered 6 years ago. Even though that's probably before we got him. You know what I mean? Anyway.
He's looking at me right now like you guys are still on me.
He's still like, you guys don't have anything else to talk about. You have a podcast and you don't have anything else to talk about?
I'm literally living rent free in your mind. And it's actually romantic.
It's actually romantic all the time you're spending on me, girls. And don't even think about calling me boring Barbie. Don't worry, Sid, we wouldn't. Okay, anyway. Guys, we had an epic weekend. It really kicked off with our album listening party. That was me and Phoebe. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to get into that until it's time for Taylor talk. So Lorde concert was on Friday. Guys, I made prolonged eye contact with Ella.
I know.
It was crazy, but I actually like feel really bad and really guilty and like a really bad sister that you weren't right on the front for that moment.
But I was still pretty much right there. And I honestly, like, there were times when she was about to make eye contact with me and the people around me, and I honestly, like, I looked away. I was like, that's okay.
Oh my God.
It's like, oh my goodness.
Well, I'll tell you, it's intense.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She's like the most intense person on the face of the earth. Another funny thing about our parents' dog is like Snoop doesn't know that like there's more friction between his fur and a carpet than there is between his fur and the hardwood.
He just slides all around trying to get that spot, but like you're not. He's trying to
itch his ears, and he'll just wriggle around on the hardwood floor,
and he like slips and slides all over the place.
Literally,
I can't. Anyway, the concert was so good. Like, it was literally so good. And so before we went to the concert, we went to this bar and we did a shot ski. I'd
never done one before.
Me neither. It was exactly as cinematic as it looks on Bravo.
And easier than I thought. I thought there was going to be like,
because you have to be on everyone else's schedule.
Exactly. And but the shots were good and they were the perfect size.
They were small enough that it was like
imagine they come out and it's like they're monstrous shots.
Imagine they're like Mario's or AC shots. Like, I know if it's a cup, I can't do it.
No.
I'm sorry. And the college kids are going to hate this one can we stop serving shots in a pint glass? Like, I'm sorry,
Literally.
you're essentially serving them. Like, this is a full mixed drink and it's like great, but everyone around me is going to treat it like a shot. And like,
and you need like it needs to go down in one sip or it's not getting finished.
Exactly.
And I'll probably throw up.
And even if it does go down in one sip, I'm going to throw up, especially if I'm drinking like a full liter of liquid, which is what it feels like with some of these shots. I think it's crazy.
But these ones were perfect.
And it's not even about like, I'm not even talking like binge drinking is a problem. Like, of course, but like what I'm really saying is just like, that's not
It's too
enjoyable.
much for me.
It's way too
and
much.
it's like, it's pressure.
You're going to make your friends not want to do shots.
When people,
Sorry, I'm saying
when
it.
people order shots and then that's what we all get back, it's like, okay, so I was like down when I thought it was going to be
well,
like
then someone's
a
like,
little thing.
Do you want to do a shot? And it's like, oh yeah, because in your mind it's a shot glass. And then you're like, well, wait, where are we?
Exactly. Am I going to
I
get
need
one
to
of
see
those?
someone else doing a shot, because if it's, and what are we doing? Because if you're going to ask me to do a shot of tequila and it comes out a cup of well tequila, no, it actually initiates a gag reflex.
That's a visceral reaction.
Yeah.
And when they come out in those, well, first of all, I feel like when we went to Belvedere's in,
So it's like, I remember, don't bark right now, son.
when we went there, that place in,
No, I know what you're talking
Lawrenceville, and those shots like absolutely wrecked me.
Yeah.
That was terrible because they came in like Dixie cups.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also hate when they're in those like thick short glasses that like you would get like
That's what I'm talking
a
about. Like a
drink.
cocktail. It feels like a
It's
rocks
like-
glass almost.
Are you but sans the rocks?
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. And it's like, why is it warm? I don't know, why is it always warm? Why is it always warm even if like I watched you chill it? I don't know, but we did a shot ski and it was like the appropriate amount of shot for me to do. And then of course I had a shot pitcher,
Of course.
which was also the appropriate amount of shot. And I didn't really get hungover, but I did lose my voice. But then we're there and friend of the pod Zoya walks in and we like have this big moment. And then we find out, you guys, there's another road warrior, shout out Megan, who is sitting at that table, who was going to the ghost tour that we did on Saturday night, which
Insane.
was just fate. It was kismet.
It was kismet,
was
as one might
kismet.
say.
And then
Meredith
it was-
Marks and Taylor Swift.
Yes. And then it was so fun. And of course we'll talk about the ghost tour, but like back to Lorde. Our whole thing was kind of like just dropping stuff that night. I dropped multiple things at one point. Okay, this was horrible. So I dropped my phone. I kind of flung my phone into the crowd at one point. Like I don't know why. And suddenly they all like get out there, like these really good Samaritans. They were so nice, but they did get out their flashlights and start looking for it. And I was like, I honestly don't deserve to have my phone back. Like, just let it go.
At what point was this again?
I have no idea. And
I don't think Lorde was on yet.
I don't think so either. But I mentioned it. It was dark though. Like it was
Japanese house.
yeah. So I mentioned it last night when we were with the Road Warriors, and some who were at the Lorde cons were like, "Oh yeah, no, I think we literally saw you in the audience and we saw that happen." Like, so it was not as discreet as I was like. Surely nobody. This wasn't a moment in anyone's life, but it actually was. And then Phoebe dropped a full beer.
Hey, by the way, that's not the only thing Caroline dropped.
What else did I drop?
One of your Surfsides.
Oh yeah, but it was empty.
Well,
Well, and that, okay, confession, it wasn't a drop. I put the empty can down, I tried to step on it and crunch it. And I was partially successful. It did crunch a bit. Not as much as I thought. I was like, I'm wearing like 4-inch platform Doc Martens. What do you mean? You're not just immediately crumpling under my foot. And then when I went to go step on it, I kind of kicked it and it kind of like skittered about. And then I had to be like, sorry.
Okay, yeah, guys, that was me.
But the phone was way worse. But neither were as bad as your big moment. Phoebe comes back with a cold ass beer. She's like, solar power songs, I'm out. Solar oceanic feelings, see you in 10 minutes.
I went to the
she's out.
bathroom and I got another beer.
Which I do have to say, I just really appreciate Lorde putting those songs back to back. Because here's the deal. She knew. And it's okay. I love a self-aware queen.
And the thing is, I love Oceanic Feeling.
Yeah.
I love the lyric where she says the thing about the cicadas, the rhythm of that. I love that. But I was just like, if I'm gonna miss anything, I had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And
no one's moshing during Oceanic Feeling
and I
or
was
Big
just like,
Star.
I'm ready to go. Do that.
Yeah. That was the time. It was, and I think that she knew that. It almost was giving the vibe, like, look, we're solar power girlies. Like, I know Bobby was like, he was like, I don't believe you. And then I was like, no, I swear to God, like, I would not have gone to the tour. I like solar power. But I think we can all admit that's not like our Lorde. Like, that's not our Lord and Savior, Ella, you know? Like, that's not why I fell in love with Lorde, I guess.
Right.
And like, similarly to with Taylor, there might be albums that you're like, look, this might not be why I fell in love with you, but I see the artistry. I'm following you. You followed your passion and I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? Like you wanted to do something. I'm glad you did it. I'm also glad you know that's just not who you were, you know? And like it was who you were, but it's not who you are. And so anyway, I just thought it was a very kind thing to do to not space those out because
that's perfect.
Putting them back to back, it was like, here's your 15-minute break if you
especially because Oceanic Feeling is a long song and she did the entire thing.
And then she did Big Star
because
right after.
I fully went to the bathroom. I waited in line for the bathroom. I waited in line to get a drink, and I came back.
Crazy that there was a line also because that means everyone had the same fucking idea, which like, of course they did. But again, she knew that.
And I came back as soon as she started talking about, literally, I am standing with everyone as soon as the chords to Liability start to play.
Oh my God. Whoo! Liability did fully get me. Did you see me at all?
No.
Yes.
And I put my hands up with my beer and I wasn't holding it.
Oh yes. No, I forgot that this was during the talking part of Liability. Holy shit.
When she was talking about the bridges.
Worst time it could happen.
But it was before she started, because I remember being like recovered when she started talking about the bridges and everything.
Okay, yeah.
So this all happened pretty quickly. In the moment, it felt like an eternity.
It was a blur.
In the moment, it felt like I was truly like, this cannot be over soon enough.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, I'm like, I saw on TikTok her speech before Liability, and I was like,
I'll miss that.
No, I remember hearing it. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's how quick it was that I was back up and standing with my beer to hear the rest of the speech.
So her fresh beer that was like ice cold, and I knew it was ice cold because I could feel it on my body when she dropped it and it spilled. But she still had, God bless a tall boy, she still had like over half the beer.
But that's like how full I had not even taken a sip yet. And I raised my hand up and looked at Bobby, and we were like having this moment of excitement, and he put his hands up as well.
Again with this, she's gonna do it again.
No,
she did
I'm
last
not
night. She's gonna do it again. You are totally blaming Bobby.
I'm
it's
not.
Okay that you are.
I am not.
Bobby, if you're listening,
I am not.
Do you feel blamed? I'm sorry. I'm just asking if he feels blamed.
Oh, I'm not blaming him. I'm explaining how this happened because it's not like I threw my hand up in the air. It's not like I threw my
Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air.
It's not like I threw my cellular device
in the water like I did.
That's not what I did. I put my hands up, and I wasn't expecting to be having a physical moment. I wasn't expecting to have a physical moment of contact in my hands the way that I did, and I should have been holding on to the drink harder because Bobby went to go kind of hold hands up in the air, but we both did it with like a bit too much force, and it knocked the drink out of my hand.
And it knocked the wind out of me.
And I was like, this can't be happening.
Oh my God. And then there's like a full puddle on the floor. Luckily, shortly after.
Honestly, what was good is that it was such a big and slightly deep puddle that it never actually like got sticky.
No, because it never actually started to get dry at all. So at one point there was a massive confetti moment, which there is a full video of me having the confetti fall on me looking at the confetti and going, no way. Because I believed she hand wrote on every single one.
And hey guys, we'll post the pics. Like when you see the sheer amount of confetti.
I've never been at a concert with more confetti in my life. Like it was so much confetti. I was like, that's amazing. I was like, literally in the video, I'm like, no way. Looking at it. Phoebe, and like I still leaving, I was like, I think she hand wrote these. He was like, yeah, and then she scanned them, bitch. Anyway, but then there was so much of that, we started like trying to like shove it into the puddle to try to sop it up.
And it actually just made it look worse.
But like I said to someone last night, I was like, it was sort of like when toilet paper gets wet.
Yes.
And just like starts clumping around. It's sort of like when you live on Kenmont Avenue and Mount Lebanon and it's Halloween time and the toilet paper is covering the trees and then it rains. Sort of like that. Sid, get down. If you're pushing the envelope, get down.
He can be up there unless you don't want him up there.
Well, Mom, did you hear that? Because I'm on the gray couch. Because just so you know, I'm on the gray couch. And Phoebe just said, you can be up there as long as Caroline's okay with it. Well, guess what? Caroline's not because Mom's not. And Caroline knows and Mom knows. Anyway, Liability got me good. I was like full weeping and I was like, Phoebe can't see this. Because if she does, she'll be mean. Or she'll make fun of me or she'll take a picture.
I didn't do any.
Well, you didn't
of
see
that
it
because I was so mortified by myself.
Right. You know what? I love that. And that is, guys, and that is an example of anxiety is selfish. We were both like, oh my God, everyone's looking at us. Everyone's thinking about us. And guess what? Neither of us noticed the other because we were wrapped up in ourselves.
And it's incredible. But the thing is that like crying didn't affect the circle of people around you.
No,
like
it didn't.
My blunder
but the anxiety, in me believed that it would.
And Liability being what was playing is quite poetic.
Oh God, it is just so good. We were talking about like when the thing was you're getting ready for the Lorde concert and we're like trying to get pumped and we're like, okay, we should be listening to Lorde. And like I do feel like I have the lyrics to like all of Pure Heroin and Melodrama tattooed on my bones. Like I feel like I could not forget them if I wanted to. But then you've got Solar Power, you know, you've got certain songs on Virgin that you gotta get with, whatever. And we just could not listen to it while we got ready. It's just, I'm sorry, when you press shuffle and then fucking Liability starts playing,
it really is.
It kills the mood a bit. It kind of knocks the wind out of you.
As soon as it starts to play, there's like a moment of silence.
It really hurt me crying in the taxi, and it's like, oh God, you know, it's that feeling. So,
what was one song she didn't play that you were wishing she had?
Oh, let me look.
I only thought about that because in my brain I was like, I really wish she had played that, and then I didn't want to say that, and you'd be like, she did.
What did you wish for?
Hard Feelings is my favorite Lorde song of all time.
She did not play it, but it is.
I know, I just checked.
So. But it
and
is
also
so
I'm glad
good.
I can rely on my memory in that way.
Okay, well, obviously would have loved Writer in the Dark.
Well, I would have
loved. It
loved
was sort of either or.
I would have loved Glory and Gore.
Well, and Phoebe did think we were getting Glory and Gore. She goes, "Oh my God, she's not playing Glory and Gore." Glory and Gore, and I was like, "You're right, she is not."
Hey, Caroline didn't say that immediately.
I was like, because similarly to how you were expecting me to be like, she did play that. I was expecting you to be like, yeah, it is. Like if I was like, I was like, Phoebe probably no, it must be. So then I'm like,
hold your microphone like here.
Then it starts, and I'm like, this is uncomfortable.
You don't have to hold it like this.
Well, that's the pose you gave me.
You can kind of just hold it here,
Oh
but like
God.
you don't have to hold it right here. You're
Anyway.
crazy.
Okay, that was to the dog, not me. Anyway, what was I saying? I would have loved Writer in the Dark. I also would have loved Homemade Dynamite.
Yeah,
That would
I'm
have been,
honestly
like,
surprised that
fun.
didn't make it.
I know. But I guess she's been swapping out Liability and Writer in the Dark at the tours.
Okay, not to be rude, that would kind of suck.
If you got Writer in the
Yeah.
Dark. Well, I don't know.
I love Writer in the Dark, but all I'm saying is like, it's not as big of a song.
Yeah, I guess.
And I think that like it.
But like, imagine Scream singing, "I love you till you
No,
call the cops."
I agree,
on
but it
me."
would. I just think the majority of people would rather hold it down here. Would rather.
Oh my God, I'm being screamed
No, you're not.
at during this recording session, and it's like, okay, you're not my boss.
But I am the audio engineer. I just think the majority of people would prefer Liability on the set list.
I thought you were going to say, I just think the majority of people would prefer if you held your mic down here.
Well, I do think that.
Shut up. I think people prefer if you put yours up to your mouth because I can't even you sound like you're in a library when we record.
No, I'm telling you.
When I listen, you sound like you're in the bathroom and mom and dad are asleep and you don't want them to hear you.
I have been looking at the sound waves
Me
and
too.
I'm projecting.
Mine look good and yours look not. Yours look smaller.
Because I just turned mine down because
Whatever
I was
you
so
say.
loud.
Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
I just have a degree.
Oh my God. Ew. Do you guys hear this? She's being like actually a bully. Your move. Okay. Anyway, Lorde was great. And then we were like right on the line that she walks through in the concert. And we didn't hold hands or anything, which is okay. But well, my hands were sweaty and so probably for the best, but we did make eye contact for like, I'm not kidding you, like 4 seconds. And I've been scouring TikTok trying to find a video from the vantage point where someone can like see me so I could confirm that actually happened. Because I like Loki was like, I don't know.
Did I imagine that?
Yeah.
Well, I do feel like when you're that close to her, it feels like that regardless.
Like I was like, I feel like we're 10 inches away from each other, but like maybe we weren't. No, I found one video where you can really just see my sleeve, my sleeve, but you can see how close I am to her. She stopped right in front of us, dude. Like, oh my God. And then her encore being Ribs. And like she had this like, it was like a projection veil laser kind of thing that went over the pit. And like it felt like the ceiling was like that close down to us. And like we were all in this super intimate space with her. And it was so special. And then Phoebe and I had like a full sister moment to Ribs because you're the only friend I need. Sharing beds like little kids. We'll record the podcast and laugh until our ribs get tired and it will never be enough. Just kind of like that. So, and it wasn't one-sided.
Is the lyric...
Wait, and you said to me last night or at the concert, you're the greatest sister moment. I was like, I know, oh my gosh. Like, Phoebe never wants to have a sister moment. And she was like, me? You know what? I am so the more sappy one.
Little Women is my favorite movie of all time.
Okay, but you don't bring that energy to me ever. I'm like, I don't want to weird Phoebe out if I like give her a hug too long.
When was the last time you gave me you gave me a hug?
I give you a hug every time I want to. Okay, well that's a bad example because I don't love physical touch.
I do love the concept of like, okay, I'm not saying remove the situation we're applying this to right now, but the concept of someone being like, when was the last time you hugged me? And you go, I hug you every time I want to. Then there being no hugs. Well, I hug you every time I want.
But like, you guys can use that if you want. If like some weirdo,
weirdo for some reason.
Well, you know how there's always like that one boy in school. It's like, can I have a hug? And it's like, no, you're smoking cigarettes on Smoker's Corner and you smell bad. No. You can just be like, I will hug you when I want. I promise that we will hug every time that I want to. And just say something like that. I think it works. I think we'll workshop it, but I think it works. What were you just saying? I feel like you were saying something a second ago.
I don't remember.
Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Hello, Road Warriors. As you know, I'm one of the great celebrators of Halloween. So when I suggest a spooky and spicy book in October, you got to listen. It's called House of Rain by New York Times bestselling author Harley LaRue.
We're both reading it.
Place bets on who will finish first.
And I can't believe how perfectly it ties into our girls. It's giving gothic horror, but with insane romance. So all you Arias out there are going to love it.
And it's also super spicy and romantic and spooky. So even if you're not an Aria, you're pretty much going to freaking love it.
We just started reading it, and Caroline texted me at 3 a.m. last night telling me she literally couldn't put it down.
And I am dying to know Phoebe's thoughts because it's her first spicy book, and I think she's going to be hooked. Phoebe, do you want to read the synopsis?
Yeah. Gothic, sapphic romance meets supernatural suspense on a remote island in the Pacific Northwest. As a night of forbidden passion opens a Pandora's box of dangerous secrets and dark magic in this sinfully spicy standalone novel by New York Times bestselling TikTok sensation, Harley LaRue.
Sheesh. Obviously, we want you guys to read along with us, so you can get a copy of House of Rain by Harley LaRue wherever books are sold in print and ebook.
And if you want to match us and get the gorgeous deluxe hardcover edition, it is available only for a limited time, so go grab yours before they're gone.
We're going to skip the Taylor movie and go to the ghost tour because we're going to spend all the time on Taylor. But the ghost tour, you guys, okay. No words. No words. We have to shout out Emma, Hannah, Jen, Daniel, Megan, like Maddie. We got to shout out Andrew, Francesca, Kelly. The Road Warriors.
Andrew was like locked in.
Andrew was locked in. And I also got a text from someone this morning that was like, I didn't know if my kids were like really paying attention. And then this morning I came downstairs to my son, be like, and retelling the stories verbatim from the ghost tour.
Funny.
Like little boy who came.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know if you knew them.
Yeah. So I know them. But their mother was the playwright for the play in a day that I was in. But I know her out of that too. But anyway, it was a fucking like 33-person ghost tour. For reference, for the past few weeks, I've been doing 10-person ghost tours.
But also for reference, know that Dormont, PA does not have sidewalks built for groups of 30.
Let alone groups of 3. Like they don't have sidewalks that they're like single file sidewalks, basically.
And hills galore.
But we made it work. And I really do like, I'm really into my new, like it's a Halloween hot girl walk. Like it does feel like that. And it's like, you got your steps in. It's a great little like evening activity. It's just something different. Like everyone picks apples. Everyone goes to the pumpkin patch. Like everyone goes and has cider and like whatever. But it's like, you do your haunted house, which like, no, thank you to that.
No,
like,
thank you.
I want to be scared in the way that's like, is there something with me? Rather than I'm being chased with a fucking chainsaw. Like I don't want to feel like that. Sorry. I want to feel like, is someone going to chase? You know what I mean? Like I want to wonder.
Right.
I want to wonder a little bit more, and that's what a ghost tour does for me. Did you enjoy the stories? Did you enjoy the tour?
Yeah, I did. I listened.
Okay. What was your favorite story?
Well, I mean, it'd be weird if I had a favorite.
Would it?
Yeah, I don't like that any of these things happened.
Okay, but I have like some favorite ghost stories now that I know so many.
I think the bookstore.
That one's brutal. That one is like crazy because it happened in 2001.
I know. I'm like, why are they allowed to tell that?
I know there are some stories that it's like, and this was not long enough ago for me to feel like the bodies are cold. Like it's just, but it was cool. Some people got some orbs in their photos, and truly it was a Road Warrior meetup. Like I can't, like people, you guys traveled here, which is bonkers. I fucking hope it was worth it. Like that's my fear in my bones. I'm like, what if they're like, so next time let's just wait for her to come to us. You know what I mean? Like
some people went to the saloon and I want to know how it went.
We're waiting for an update.
Were you like, huh?
I know. Were you like, and this is the saloon? Yeah, it was so fun though, guys. And honestly, I really prefer the bigger group. I think I'm less awkward with a big group.
That's fair. I feel like you probably feel the pressure to connect more when it's less
10 people. It's like a single file line around me, and it's like it doesn't feel like acting as much as it is like, okay, let me tell you guys a story like one-on-one. But when it's like everyone, and because I was like so nervous, it was my first time doing Dormont, so like I'm not familiar with the stories. Like I don't like the way that I know the other ones better, and I thought I was gonna freak out with the big group and with Road Warriors being there. I thought I was gonna throw up. I was like, okay, maybe I'm not built for this. Maybe I've thought my whole life I'm built for this, and maybe I'm not.
Yeah, Caroline was so nervous when we were driving there.
I was so nervous, and the whole time, but it was amazing. We hung out after. It was just like gorgeous. Everyone showed up in their merch.
It was
like,
so fun.
Actually, what dreams are made of. So thank you guys.
The people who were there, like not that were just there for the ghost tour. They were probably like,
I know.
What is
going on with everyone wearing this shirt?
And
I
the
know.
Hats, and we're in.
I know. Jen brought us candles. Like,
yeah, those are. So, I can't wait to smell mine.
Podcast. Like, it's just so sweet. And so, just want to say thank you guys so much. It was so fun. I do think it's time to get into Taylor.
Wow.
Okay, so why don't you begin? What are your thoughts? You've had a few days to like let it marinate. What's the vibe from you?
I like it a lot. I mean, this isn't my favorite Taylor. Okay. So my favorite Taylor album. It's also like, it's not always my favorite Taylor writing style personally. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not like when I go pick up Taylor, this isn't really the one that I typically go for, especially when it's an entire album of that. That being said, I really do like it. Of course, she could make something terrible and I would probably like it.
Yeah. But I hate saying that because it's like, this isn't terrible.
No,
just so you guys know.
Yeah. I think it'll take a sec. Like I just saw a quote tweet of like someone had tweeted the lyrics to the bridge of Guilty as Sin. And then someone quote tweeted it and was like, do you guys remember how you all felt about this last year?
Do you guys remember how you felt about you smoked then ate 7 bars of chocolate. We declared Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist.
That one is still not like hitting for me. But
like, I just want you guys to know these were lyrics that came out on the Tortured Poets department that you were like, this is peak. This is poetry.
No. I'm saying something different.
I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm saying people are talking about her writing in a positive way as like, this is so much worse. And I'm like, okay, but also last album, this was happening.
How they were talking about it on the last album. Like people, the vitriol she got for Tortured Poets.
But then I guess I'm saying in comparison, like now they're like, well, where's this? And it's like,
yeah. You guys didn't even like it when you got it the first time.
Yeah, you didn't like it then. Like, and also, I'm sorry, but this has always been part of her. Like, and it's part of what we love about her.
It's like what she said when she accepted that Songwriter of the Decade or whatever award, where she was like, I kind of write with 3 different pens.
Yeah.
And this is glitter gel pen.
Yeah.
So it's just.
And it's okay. It doesn't have to be for you. I know so many people, like, and it's funny because like Gibson's a great example of this. She came into Taylor on Folklore and Evermore, you know, and that was like, I feel like it was such a great entry point for people who were so like kind of anti-girly pop vibes with her. This comes out and it's like, oh my God, this feels like an indie folk record.
Well, they're like hearing the lyrics that we've been hearing our whole life.
Right, exactly. And it's so, you know, all these things. And then they were along for the ride a little bit. And it's like, but this, you have like, she contains multitudes. And
that was what happened when she went from Folklore to Evermore and then to Midnights. And a lot of the people who had kind of gotten on board for the 2 COVID albums were like,
I know,
I don't really like this. And I'm like, well, what if it sounded like Aaron Dessner did the whole thing?
Right.
It doesn't sound like that, but like with the exception of, I don't know, like Vigilante should or like,
oh no, that
Karma
definitely sounds like Aaron Dessner.
I just think like if Maroon or Question were put over Big Red Machine tracks, you guys would be like, and this is like.
Oh, I mean, I feel like if those 2 songs were just even on either Folklore or Evermore's albums.
The tracks on Folklore and Evermore, a lot of them, that's what I think is so cool about it. Those were like things that Aaron Desner and I think Bon Iver is in Big Red Machine with him. Like those were tracks they wrote for that, and then he would just like send it to Taylor.
Wow.
And she would write over it.
And like what else I think is amazing is, or that we have to consider, is that it's not just her sound that we're hearing. Like we're hearing what Taylor's bringing to the table paired with what Max Martin's bringing to the table, and then together what that is. Like, so like when she's working with different people, like they're going to sound a little bit different. I understand people are like, well, Jack Antonoff could have done this, but he didn't. So like, this is the result.
And you guys probably would have been pissed if he did.
Yes, exactly.
Every time she releases something with Jack Antonoff, you're like, I'm tired of it.
I know.
I'm tired of Jack Antonoff. And it's like, okay.
The fact of the matter is, like, people are never really going to be happy. And I keep thinking to myself, like, is she seeing what people are saying? And then I saw someone say that, like, she explained in something that her team, like, she doesn't have any of her apps or anything, but her team will send her things they think she'd like to see, and then that's how she decides what to interact with.
So the concept of someone seeing Brett Bites and Jake Shane's reaction and them sending it to Taylor and then Taylor deciding to like it.
I know. Like, so it also makes me think that, like, I don't know, she might never see these opinions, and like for her, this album will be what it actually is, which is like the streams, which is the reviews that she cares about. Like, it's going to be things like that, and she's not going to see it as like this flop album, I hope. Like, I think about the difference between her relationship to social media and Ariana, where like Ariana could see what everybody was saying about positions and like and how unhappy everybody was.
Probably something Taylor learned along the way.
Totally.
And also, I do remember how we all felt after Lover, and it's like that was a lot of the same kind of writing style that we're seeing on this album.
100%.
And people did not like it initially, and there's some songs on, like, I know Me was the lead single, and like that's what people point to the most, but there were other things that people were unsure of, and
it's also like you don't have to like the entire album. You can just like choose what you want to listen to. That's the other thing. Like, you do not have to like every single song on every album. You don't like to have to like every song by Taylor Swift. I personally really like this album. I think it's like so fun to listen to. It's sort of just like what I wanted, but I've kind of realized about my relationship with new Taylor albums is I don't think I have like any expectations going into it. Like, I really, because I think that I understand and predict that she's going to bring something different to every album. And like, she's in that stage now where she is doing different things. She's putting on different hats. Similarly to like, look at Sabrina Carpenter's album this year, and people were like, oh, I don't like it because it's conceptual and it's all this one sound and it's whatever. And it's like, okay, you don't
that's my biggest, I've said it before, it's my biggest gripe. And that to me, it's an indicator of like, you don't actually know how to explain why you don't like it.
Yeah.
So you just say everything sounds the same. And it's like, but that is an album.
Yes.
That's what the point of an album is. It's not, you guys would probably
it's
be
not
like
a playlist of song, a mix CD, you know what I mean? Like,
it's supposed to, they're telling a story.
A lot of early artists or artists who are really trying to break through are going to make albums that feel more like you're getting ready playlist, or your like the playlist of your life, or whatever it is that like has all those different kind of things, something for everybody, because they're hoping that something sticks. Like, and so you're gonna see that.
And that's kind of what Short and Sweet was. I felt.
I 100% agree with you.
But then you look at like a Tate McRae, and
it's all the same.
Exactly. And I don't see you guys saying that about her.
And guess what? Her next album is also going to be all the same.
Like that.
And her next one probably will too. And
you guys are going to get bored.
Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, if she tries something, I hope that you have more grace for like, you know, people trying new things to stay relevant in an ever changing and quickly changing
And it's not
society.
just to stay relevant to us. It's going to get boring for them to just remake the same record.
Totally.
Which is like Taylor, I think, has learned that. Like Taylor has learned that, and she hasn't. Like, and COVID was a perfect example of that. She was doing it before, obviously, when she went from country to pop music, but she was trying something new. Yeah. And everyone loved it when she did it. And now she's just doing different things.
Right. No, exactly. I 100% agree. And honestly, I don't feel like, I think you were talking about Sabrina, but I don't feel like every song on this album sounds the same. Do you? Like, I don't think.
No, I don't.
I don't think that's a fair critique that people are putting out there. I think
that's exactly my point. Yeah. It's like, you guys, either you just don't want to like the album, which for whatever reason, or you don't like it and you aren't having a thoughtful enough internal conversation to understand what you don't like about it, and then you just feel the need to articulate your opinion to everybody on the internet
really quickly.
Matt Rogers always says it, Caroline always
just gonna bring that up.
Like, just let it breathe for a second.
Yeah, you don't have to tell everybody in the world or on your follower list exactly what you think about everything that happens as it happens. Music, news, like anything. Like you just don't have to. You can like take a second to develop an educated, you know, fully rounded opinion that has taken some time to marinate.
And also, like if you don't like Taylor Swift and you're not a music critic, you don't have to listen.
You don't,
and then you don't have to upload your think piece. Like this is another thing.
I
like,
wanted to talk about this.
We like always, as a society, like it's like you have to have an opinion on every single thing that has ever happened, and it's that's what's creating this effect online where people are, it's all these half-baked opinions because everybody needs to get their 2 cents in. And it's like, we would have much more compelling stuff on the internet if you cared about what you actually cared about and spoke about what you actually cared about.
Yeah. It's just like what you like and let people like what
and
they
be good
like.
at what you're good at.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be, it's a jack of all trades, master of none.
Boom. And mic drop.
Ginny and Georgia.
And salute. And 2-finger salute.
I've been having dreams.
Okay, let's go through the tracks. Let's go through them and discuss our thoughts. So starting with The Fate of Ophelia, I fucking love it. Sorry, and the music video, I can't wait until I can watch it again and again and again at home. I was so glad. So in the movie, if you haven't seen it, she plays it at the beginning and then she goes and plays it at the end. And after she played it the first time, I was like, wait, I want to watch it again, like play it again. And I kept wondering the whole time if she would come back to it. I was so glad she did because she talks about the making of the video throughout. And one thing I thought was so cool, she brings back all the Eras Tour dancers and a lot of the crew to be part of this video. Like these are the things about her that it's like, love her, hate her. Like that's an incredible gift to give these people. And to see how excited they all were when she walked in the room, like it doesn't feel like it's just acting for them. Like it really does seem like
her.
They wouldn't, I mean, imagine to get all of those people back for those shoot dates, the logistics, the nightmare that probably was, and all of those people wanted to be there enough to make that work. Like it doesn't matter if you're the biggest pop star in the world, if you're sucked to fucking work with, they would not have moved heaven and earth to be there for that. So I think like, that's so neat. One thing I thought was crazy too is like in my mind I was like, oh my god, did all the dancers like hear the song? The fact that none of them heard the song and they were doing the choreography to clicks is insane.
I think they had in-ears.
No, she said this. The choreographer Mandy Moore was like, and you know we're like super secret, so they have not heard it. They're just dancing to the clicks.
Oh, I missed that.
Isn't that insane? It's crazy. And imagine, it just makes me think so much deeper about their talent too. Like the fact that they're able to imbue the moves with so much like art and like
they're
feeling,
not, and
they
don't
know what the song sounds like.
They don't know what the song sounds like, and also they don't have like the vocal cues.
Yeah. And there were parts where Taylor was like singing some of it, but still, like it just was. So I just thought that was so neat, and just the way she thinks about everything, and like watching her direct and watching her direct herself, and you know, okay, I think this take was perfect, but can we do one more so I can be better? Like, just watching her work, it's like a masterclass and just like how to be. Like honestly, it really feels like that. And anyway, the song "The Fate of Ophelia."
Ooh.
I
love it.
I love it. I love the chorus. I'm obsessed with the "Keep It 100 on the land." That's my favorite part of the song, I think, for sure. Like, I think "Pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes." I know people don't like it. I love that line.
I know, me too.
I think it's so good. I love that she's a football at that moment too. I was saying to Phoebe, I wonder if they had gotten engaged before the movie, if she would have overtly talked about him more, because she didn't ever say his name, but there was like a picture of him in the back, and there were moments where she talked about being in love, but I was like,
it was 87 on the door.
Yeah, like things like that. But I really wanted to hear her really talk about him, and I wonder if they would have already been engaged at that point, if she would have, like,
yeah, maybe,
you know, because she maybe wasn't gonna like marry their brands like that without it. But anyway, that line I just think is so good. And like, I'm sorry, Travis Kelce, like as a human being, gives vibes as just like he's someone who like I feel like uses that word frequently, is always looking for high vibes, like is talking like that. And so I think one other thing that people don't recognize is like she's not just using her own language, right? She's using the language of the people she's singing about, the people she's singing to. As I also think in Canceled, when she says, "Did you girl boss too close to the sun?" I think that's a play on like everyone makes fun of you for being the millennial girl boss. Like, oh well, you know, I get it. Like it happens. And I think that was intentional. And people are like, oh, no, don't use the word girl boss in this song. Like, I think that was the point.
I still don't. I understand what you're saying. I still don't love it, but I was glad we got that song.
Oh, me too. Okay, so Fate of Ophelia. Moving on. Elizabeth Taylor.
That's probably my second favorite.
I'm obsessed with the Be My NY. I love it.
I know.
Oh, it's so good. But at first, when we were listening to it and we heard Elizabeth Taylor,
we were
like, oh no, no, no.
I know, because it was giving Meet Me at Midnight.
Yeah, but
even though we loved that, but that's
we were
because
like, if Addie had to predict what the song would sound like, it would have been Elizabeth Taylor. Like, it totally would have been. But once I heard the whole song, I didn't really care that that's how it opened.
That song is Matt Rogers.
Oh,
it just is.
It's Taylor Swift. It's Matt Rogers, and I can't wait to hear him talk about it this week.
Oh, me too.
They better not.
I know Matt Rogers loves it. I don't know how I think Bowen feels.
I think that I could honestly see, and like, no offense, but I could see our conversation or our discourse on it feeling similar to theirs in terms of I might feel more Matt about it, and you might feel more Bowen. Like, I think you love it, but like,
but I don't. I
think you're less inclined to like get into cheesy happy Taylor sometimes, which is okay.
I don't think that's true. I think sometimes I just I know the people in my circle, and I just am always thinking ahead.
Girl,
of
you've got to get rid of that.
Yeah,
and you know where you know where you could do that is actually in therapy. Guys, it's not mean to tell somebody. I didn't
mean it in a way of like in a psychoanalytical way. I mean more so like, I know that I'm gonna have to explain why these lyrics are actually deeper than you think they are.
But also, you don't.
You know exactly what I mean.
I know, no, I do know. I believe me. I have friends that won't even say her name, and it drives me fucking nuts. But at the same time, like, hey, this is not a time or space for negativity. Thank you. I don't want to hear it. Don't talk to me about it.
I did text them that. I said, hey, I don't want to hear about it.
Good. And like,
I don't want to hear her opinion.
Just like, is what I keep telling myself about the Charlie thing, which of course we will get to, is like, Taylor has made it very clear. She does not give a fuck if these people think she's weird or embarrassing. Like, she even says it on this album. Like,
I want to say,
like, okay, she's on a different plane than
and
them.
I just like, I love Charlie. I'm a huge Charlie fan. Obviously, Caroline and I adore basically
Charlie.
Everything she's ever done.
Yeah,
but like, if I were to be a server at a restaurant, or if I were to have to pick who my friends group would be that I would go out to eat with, it probably wouldn't be the people digging their bare hand into a plate of spaghetti and like, smearing it on each other.
Yeah, definitely.
And then leaving
and
a
smoking
mess.
cigs in the restaurant.
Leaving a mess
like,
for me to pick up. I would probably rather have the person who's going to go to TGI Fridays be incredibly polite and leave a $1,200
tip. Exactly.
So
like,
that the total can be 13.
Yes, the person that pays the check before the check hits the mahogany grain. Yeah, exactly. No, I think the same. And okay, we'll get there. But I do love Elizabeth Taylor, and I think I'd cry my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor does make sense. Like, but I just, now that I've heard it, I love it. But I am like, when you haven't heard it and you don't know how good the song is, when it does start with Elizabeth Taylor like that, it's like
we were unsure.
Yeah, I was unsure. Okay, Opalite. I think what's funny is Opalite is like
still in my brain, every time someone says Opalite.
Shining bright like Opalite. I'm the brightest damn round stone on your favorite course and now.
I love this. Not now. It's now.
Nah.
All right now.
All right now.
That's what Travis says.
Well, all right. And that's what Matthew McConaughey says.
Wait. That was one of my favorite parts of the day drinking. Sorry, we didn't invite you.
Oh, and they were like, "You do a great Matthew McConaughey," and Boone goes, "All right, all right."
This is the best part. He goes, "Okay."
Yeah.
And no one corrected him.
Wait, was he being serious?
I think he was.
Oh my god, I thought he was joking. Either way, hilarious. Funny if he was joking or if he was being serious. Honestly. Okay, so Opalite, for me, it's crazy because it is some of my friends' favorite track on the song on the album.
Can you play just a little bit of it? Yeah. Oh yeah, okay.
It sounds for some reason like Hairspray or Grease to me.
I agree, and I also, that's the one that has the chorus that sounds like a Christmas song.
Yes, it really does.
Or the bridge that sounds like a Christmas song.
Yes, it does. But I do love the like idea though that like and I know she said this, but I am proud of myself because I did realize this while we were sitting there listening to it the first time, that opalite, because one time I was going to a crystal shop and they're like, this is like a fake crystal, like it's man-made. And I was like thinking, is that why she's singing this about just like making your own happiness? And to realize that she's singing it about her and Travis, like both having to do that. And then opal being his birthstone, like and the production of the song is fabulous.
Yeah.
But it takes me to a place of musical theater in a way that like I'm just not reaching for at first on the album.
No, totally fair. And I think it's to me it is the most forgettable sounding.
Yeah.
Like I had to jog my memory.
But that's interesting that you feel like that. I don't know, maybe because my friends are like, they're like, that is obviously the hit single on the, like that's what they're saying. And it's like, but I don't think, again, things I love about Taylor is like I can feel completely differently still like the song, but like we can experience the album in these different ways. Okay, father figure.
Ooh.
Did you love?
Yeah. I think.
I'm obsessed with I protect the family.
Yeah, I like that.
Leave it with me. Also, instead of leave it to me, I like the leave it with me. Like I'll take care of it. People have lots of thoughts about it, obviously.
Go.
Who it could be about. It's obviously telling the story of like a mentor-mentee kind of situation. I saw some people talking shit on it, saying that like it's not cool, Taylor, to like exploit young talent. You're saying that you relate to both sides of this. Like, how could you?
Well, it's like, okay, she was the protege for so long, and now she's in a position where she doesn't have to be. And that first time you have that power where you can now be the father figure, I'm sure now she's learned, like, that's not how my relationship with Sabrina is going to be.
Right, exactly.
But the first time, she probably had a lot of people around her saying, like, now you can do this.
Yeah.
So, like...
And well, at the same time, it's like...
Also, sorry, I don't want artists to have to sanitize their feelings in their life.
Well, you don't ask Charlie to do it, so why are you asking Taylor Swift to do it?
Well, it's... even beyond that, it's just, like... I don't like this idea that everything that she has to say has to, like, make her see, like, she can't have any flaws.
I know. In fact, she famously loves to sing about how she, like, is deeply flawed. And, like, she actually puts herself, like, holds herself to the flame in songs a lot. Think about, like, Antihero. Did you see my covert? What did she say? Did you see my covert altruism? No, my covert narcissism disguised as altruism, like some kind of congressman. Like,
I love that lyric.
That's, like, to put that out about yourself.
Especially when that's kind of something people say about her.
I know. Like, and she's okay with you misunderstanding whatever she says. Like, she's like, you know what? It's okay.
And that's why people like her. And that's why people really liked Charlie, because the album was so relatable.
Yes,
she's talking about these things that like people don't want to admit about themselves, but that's what art is meant to do.
Taylor and Charlie are both doing this. Like, they're just doing it in different ways. And frankly, Taylor's been doing it on a grander scale for longer than Charlie, so we have so much more to look at, or people are just looking at more of it, you know what I mean? But I also think Taylor's said many times she puts on characters in her songs.
That's what I was gonna say.
So
another
it doesn't
thing,
mean it's a perfect comparison.
And also, she's pulling from people that did this stuff in her life, and she's just putting herself in their shoes.
She's repeating the chorus and changing the pronoun. Like, that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty much all, or the proper noun. That's all she's doing. Like, and she's putting on different hats. It's fun to play that mafia boss father figure for a song, but that's not really how she's acting as a mentor in her life.
Just
like,
gotta, like,
but she's
out.
saying like there are parts of it that she relates to, or maybe that she's viewed that way, that people see her as the type of father figure, even though she's not. But she doesn't like need to prove that to you. I think her actions, especially with Sabrina, do prove that. Now, I did feel in the movie her little speech before father figure when she said that they had reached out to the George Michael estate, have been working with them the whole way because it's so important when you're writing a song that you maintain the integrity, blah, 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 and like you get permission. It did feel like a very direct, like, and yes, this would be, I guess, about Olivia, you know, about Oro. That's what I took from it. But I really like the song, and I don't think that she, like, I just don't think it has to be like a line for line perfect comparison to who she is. I think you can just let it be. And there's that awesome like music swell where it kind of sounds like an old film in it, where she starts singing as though she's like, my boy, whatever. And it sounds like she's like actually playing a mafia boss or something in that part of the song, which I think is really cool. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? She even changes her voice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it sounds very much like she's going into that character. So again, can she not have fun? Like, seriously.
I'm tired of it.
Okay, next is Eldest Daughter.
That's probably my favorite.
Oh my God. It's so good. I love how at the end she brings it back to Travis. Like, the youngest often feels like they were raised in the wild, but now you're home. Like, now you're with an eldest daughter, and like, I'm never gonna leave you or anything. Like, oh, it is a really, really sweet song, and it feels personal.
And people don't like the bad bitch savage lyrics. I love
it.
I liked them before she even explained it in the movie, and in the movie it made it make even more sense. The way that like she's talking about the way that we talk about each other on the internet, and the way we're all expected to be a certain way. And she's using the language that is used on the internet.
And I think especially too, like when I put it in context of her relationship with Travis and like the types of women that his teammates might usually date, who like they are
and
bad
how they
bitches,
probably talk about
and
them.
they talk about them, and how they also it's all how we want to be perceived. Like we want to be perceived as a bad bitch, but everybody at the end of the day, when they take their makeup off and they go to bed and they're having their moment, like they have that soft person inside of them. It's whether or not they allow anybody to see it. And I think it's like this moment where she's like with someone who's in this world where like she is expected to be this bad bitch, this savage, whatever. And she's like, I've tried to be it, but like at the end of the day, like I'm not. And I just like want this. I want to be with you. And like, that's not really bad bitch of me to say. And that's not really bad bitch of me to be like, I'm going to try so hard to make you happy and love me and like, whatever. I don't know. I just think I really like that line. And it really does feel like I keep wanting to sing, I'm not a bad bitch. I'm not a sav. I keep wanting to sing it like that, but that's not the tune.
No,
okay.
That's White Horse.
Well, of course. Ruin the friendship. This one, and I don't want to speak ill, but it did take me on a ride when I realized where we were going at the end of the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought it was an interesting choice, but I do really like the song.
I do too. And I like when she uses that device. Again, it feels like the Betty songs.
It's
where
also
it's
just like her storytelling.
Right.
At her heart, she's a country songwriter.
100%. And like, that's another thing I wanted to say. Like, even though we're going to have different, like, what did we say? I lost the word totally. Concepts. We're going to have different concepts and sounds for album. Like at the end of the day, it's still Taylor. Just like at the end of the day, I know if I listen to a Sabrina Carpenter song, I'm going to hear an innuendo. I'm going to hear fast vibrato. I'm going to hear a little bit of a country twang. I know that. But the sound could be totally different on each song, you know? And I still hear that in her song on Taylor's album too, which I like. If it's a Taylor song, I know somewhere in that album, I'm going to be getting she can't not be who she is. She can't not tell a story that way. And like,
but it is just like it. I love that she hasn't shied away from that. That is a country device to start a song, and she does it in Father Figure, which is quite crazy to say, but like to start a song telling a story in one way and then just changing a little bit about each chorus until you get to the bridge, which explains the culmination of the story, and then it goes back to a chorus that finishes the story.
Right.
And she learned how to do that she just was naturally doing it based on who she was listening to as a kid. But she's brought that into pop songwriting, and I think that we can't overlook that.
No, I agree. I think one of my favorite parts of the song, though, like she's also, despite having so much music out, she does find ways to continuously like surprise me and be creative with her melodies and like her like syncopation and shit. Like I love the part where she's like, should have kissed you anyway. She goes like, should have kissed you anyway. You know what I mean? Like one of them is just like a little bit quicker than the last, and it's like little things like that. Like it's just like, ooh, like it just like scratches something in my brain, and I love it. Like she's just so, and it's a similar thing to Ari. I feel like where she's so involved in the creation of every sound and like the production of the piece. Where like what could go here, what could be different, what could make this a little bit better. Like even just how deliberate she is with her vocal tone or her like vocal weight or things like that on different things. Like the artistry, call her a vocalist, say she's not. She's paying so much attention to all those little details that are like culminate in this amazing story and song. And like, I don't know, you just hear people, sorry, I'm not going to shit on Tate McRae for a second, even though I like Tate McRae's music, but it's like, every single word she's ever sung sounds like nasal, like breathy, whatever, which is fine. I don't need you to sing like Ariana, but I like the attention to like, what does it do to the song if I put this here, or if I put the inflection on this part, like whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, actually romantic. You guys, Phoebe and I could not believe our fucking ears. Wait, we didn't even mention Dick's bigger on father figure. Phoebe and I, jaws on the floor. The reaction that Jake and what's her name? Brett had was almost identical to what Phoebe and I on the couch were like, what? But Phoebe did have a good point, and I'm sorry, I'm going to give it to you on this. Like, I wish you would have said, I can because my dick is bigger.
It just works a little
dick's
better.
Bigger. It's just like
it just works a little better.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Actually, romantic. Phoebe and I.
Here's the thing, guys. I sent before, like hours before the album came out, I sent Caroline a tweet that said the boring Barbie lyric, and Caroline goes, "That's fake."
Oh, well, because I had already seen it, and I went to the account and saw that it was a parody account, and I was like, "Phew!" Like, okay, thank God. You know what I mean? And Phoebe and I were so relieved because we were like, "No way." Now, if that line was gonna be in the song, I just didn't expect it to be the first line. Phoebe and I, we were like, "This
that sounds like a lyric for the bridge."
No, we were like, I can't believe that's what I just heard.
And it's also like now it's just like indisputable who it's about.
Oh, 100%.
And I want to know, okay, how did Gabriette know
what
that this was going to be the one that was about her?
Oh, because I think it's a play on everything is romantic.
No, I know, but like,
people have been saying that Gabriette listened to the leaks,
but that was so long ago.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like we didn't have leaks when she commented.
It's also like, Gabriette, I'm sorry,
it's a little embarrassing.
You're being,
for
like,
you.
Weird. Like, why are you like doing all this? Like, it's weird. You're with Maddie now.
You got him.
Like, you got him, and
you got your little cameo, and I know what you did last summer.
Like, yeah, you did, and your friend, you got the whole thing. Whatever. I don't understand why you are like obsessed with Taylor,
because it's not like she gives Cool Girl.
Yeah. But it's
and
not
she
giving
does shit
Cool
like
Girl.
that, and it's like
Charlie actually has a relationship with Taylor where, like, if she had beef with Taylor, I would be like, well, maybe something happened on tour. Like, they've got history. They've both been in the industry for so long, in the same industry. Gabriette, I'm like, what does, like, would you and Taylor even know who each other were if you just weren't engaged to Maddie?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the song's not about you, so why are you like? It's just such a bizarre. Because also it's like, the easy thing for Taylor really would have been to go for Gabriette if she was still bitter about Maddie. It's like, the fact of the matter is, I believe her when she says, I didn't even realize I was like this much of a big deal to her. Like, I didn't know that. And once I realized, I was like, oh my God, okay, well, great. Thank you for the attention. And she says, in my industry, attention is affection. So like that, I mean, and it's true. Haters make you fucking famous. Like, Charlie, you just boosted her fucking album sales.
And frankly, Charlie, she's boosting yours.
Exactly. And you're welcome for
Sympathy
that.
Is a Knife just had its highest streaming day.
And I'm not surprised at all. And like, I'm sorry, but people are like, well, Charlie's song is about like female insecurity, like that video you said. And it's like, okay, she also is being kind of nasty in the song. And like, we do not know these people. The amount of things that could have gone down.
I was thinking the same thing. And I think people found out that the weasel's the wrong word.
Gracie Abrams or Lorde?
Margaret Qualley.
Whoa, really? I've seen people talking about Gracie and Lorde, but tell me what you've seen.
People think it could be Margaret Qualley. Because there were a bunch of pictures I saw that just made it seem like Margaret could be close enough to that side of the industry that she's hearing the things that are being said about Taylor, and then she's going back to Taylor, which puts into concept them dancing to Charlie's performance at the Grammys.
It makes it so funny. It makes it so funny that Taylor's doing that just to solidify, hey, I had no idea you felt that way about me as she's dancing. And then, like, I don't know, at the end of the day, for me, I think we can feel embarrassed that she wrote this diss track about Charlie. There are lines in it that I wouldn't have put in. However, Taylor Swift doesn't fucking care. Like, and that's what I've realized is like, she would not have put that track out if she gave a fuck that we were going to rip it apart, that the 1975 was going to rip it apart, that Charlie was going to rip it apart. You know what I mean? And the fact of the matter is, it has obviously gotten under Charlie's skin enough that she's
back in the studio.
Already in the studio and posting teasers. And I'm like, I mean, but the one thing is, on one hand, I'm like, good job, Taylor. Like, you pissed her off so much that she's going to respond. Like,
also, that quote, that Charlie XCX quote that's like, be messy, who cares, have fun.
Yes, exactly. Oh, but not if you're Taylor Swift.
None of it matters.
Not if you're Taylor Swift.
Exactly. Charlie can do whatever she wants, but the second someone says something else.
Can you imagine if Taylor Swift did what she did at the restaurant the other night?
Oh my God.
Like, actually, can you imagine? She'd be in jail. She would be fully canceled again. Like, reputation canceled. Like, and it's just crazy that same tree. It's just, whatever. But I think, Charlie, if you really wanted to win, you would have just said nothing. The fact that you were
probably would have
ready.
You probably might have rekindled.
her off a little bit.
Might have rekindled your. If you really wanted to win, you could have rekindled that relationship.
Yes.
That you had when you went on one of the biggest tours of all time.
By the way, who knows if Brad even would have happened if you didn't open.
It wouldn't
for
have
her.
been as big.
Like, let's
you
just
may
be
have
for
made
real.
the record, but you wouldn't have made one of the songs.
Well, it's sort of like an example of like how networking and people and like showing up for things that even though you don't want to be there and you don't think you need to be there and you think you're above it, just showing up and doing something and doing the work puts you in positions that allow you to excel and advance in your fucking career
100%.
and get what you want. Like, that's how it works. And I think Charlie does that. And I think Taylor does that. I think they both do it. I think they have more in common than they want to believe, honestly,
Totally.
I do think I'm terrified to hear Charlie's track because Charlie
is
meaner than you, Taylor. And she's not like, she's going to come in hard. But the people who are like, I think it's bad that Taylor's like using coke against Charlie. I'm sorry.
She uses it.
Charlie,
I'm tired of that.
It's not a secret that Charlie XCX loves to do cocaine. Okay.
Can you believe last year we had
plastic baggies as like tour signs?
Oh, well, I was even just going to say we had Kendrick and Drake.
Oh my God. And now we're getting the two great feuds.
But like, this is such a hip hop thing.
Mm-hmm.
The kind of tracks going back and forth.
It's such Hillary Duff, Lindsay Lohan thing.
And it's funny to see it now, like just historically going back, like it's always been happening in that genre. And I'm glad that we are
bringing it. Well, it's always been happening in pop a little more than I think we think. I mean, Christina and Britney.
But were they writing songs to each other?
Yes. Hillary and Lindsay Lohan. I just watched an interview the other day as someone being like, so Hillary, like, who is this song about? And she's like, like when, and it's about Lindsay Lohan. Like, they were putting out diss tracks, and there was, now we look back, we're like, did they even not like each other? Was this just for PR? But like, Mariah Carey's Obsessed. Like, all of these songs are about that, and it's just been happening for as long as the days have been going on. And quite frankly, but it is, I think historically hip hop, but like we've seen it in pop, and I'm sorry, it's fun. So at the end of the day, I'm going to have a lot of fun adoring both Taylor and Charlie.
Exactly.
And like being totally fine with them being in a rivalry that really has nothing to do with me. And I will benefit from it because I will get great music from two artists that I love. So
100%.
Like, what could be better than that? Wish list.
I don't really have strong opinions on it. I do think we could have done without the dollar signs in the title.
I do too, but I also get it. The irony of like, some people want this.
Mm-hmm.
This is what their wish lists are.
I hate how it looks, and I think that someone scrolling on the track list might be like, they might misconstrue what it's.
The song's totally not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I think it's.
I just don't like it.
So sweet. Like,
I do.
I think a couple
it's
kids
sweet
get
too.
the whole block looking like you. Like, just, I do feel like she's getting married, popping out kids.
Just crazy.
Not that I need to speculate about what a woman does with her body, but if I had to guess based on this album,
she's ready.
She's ready for it. Wood. Guys, I fucking love Wood. And Anthony goes, wait, is this the best Taylor Swift song I have ever heard? And then he goes, wait, is that song completely about Killer Trav's dick? I was like, yes, 100% it is.
Oh my
and when
God.
she talks in the movie, she's like, it's just about like black cats and like
superstitions,
knocking on what's like superstitions and other things like that. And then that's it. I think it's one of her most compelling like songs. I think it's I'm dead ass. I think sonically I love how it sounds. It's so fun to dance to. It's got people are like, she's trying to heat up Sabrina Carpenter's Nacha. And she did. Like, hey, guess what? If Sabrina Carpenter wrote this song and recorded it, you would eat it up. Like, people were like, wait, okay, so we can have that's that me espresso, but we can't have like he ahmatized me and opened my thighs, which I'm sorry. And I love how just thighs. The first one, that sounded actually really scary.
Thighs. It did. It sounded like Gollum.
He ahmatized me and opened my thighs. I can't do it.
No, you can't.
Wow. Okay, so whispering is out for me on my future tracks, my future sex tracks. New heights of manhood. Travis is like gotta have that tattooed on his body somewhere, like framed in the house, like behind him on the New Heights podcast. Like, he's so excited that the song has been written. And I'm sorry, his teammates tweeting that like Travi was right, like the album is all bangers. Like that's so cute. It's so cute.
It is. I love it.
You were worried about the teammates, but like I think they're all probably like,
no.
This is awesome. I love the Taylor.
I wasn't worried about the
team.
teammates. I think he's gonna walk in that locker room and be like puffing his chest.
Oh, he's gonna be feeling so good, and they're gonna be so jealous. They're gonna be, can you take up music to all their Brittany Mahomes? Can you make a song? Just kidding. By the way, I don't think Canceled is about Brittany Mahomes, and that is
Me
next.
either. I think it's about Blake.
It's obviously about Blake Lively.
Dripped in Gucci.
Hello. Yeah, it's completely about her. And when she says they
And also,
stood by me,
I think the thing
before
with-
my exoneration.
Well, the thing with Brittany Mahomes, it's like, I don't want to get into it too much, but what I will say is just like, I know that Taylor like went to her birthday dinner,
Yeah.
but I still don't get the sense that like Brittany Mahomes is like her best friend.
I think they're like work friends, low-key.
Yeah.
I think it's like when you're friends, like your boyfriend has a really good friend or like a work buddy, and like you guys double date sometimes because
And so you get an
because
invite.
you get along fine.
And it's like, and
when
you get an
it's a
invite to
dinner.
you get an invite to the birthday dinner when it's in Nashville
Yeah.
where you live.
Y-
And
you're-
it's like, yeah,
and
I'll
you
head
know
down
that
there.
it means. And at the end of the day, at the same time, Brittany Mahomes is a massive fan of Taylor Swift, so I'm like, of course she's gonna invite her.
She wasn't always.
Oh really? I didn't
Yeah,
know.
there's some tweets out there.
You're right. But it's like, of course she's gonna invite Taylor.
Yeah.
Like, and Taylor's just gonna play nice and go. Like, I really don't think that
Because
she's
it's also like, if you take the football out of it, if Travis and Patrick were like
yeah.
executives at the same company and they were like became best friends through that, and then like their wives,
Yeah, it'd be like that. That's
if
exactly
Taylor
what I think it's
fucked
like.
up that friendship,
Right.
it would then affect his work relationship with his friend.
I agree. Canceled made me believe pretty much 100% that Taylor and Blake are fucking fine and that Taylor understands how it goes to be canceled. And so she and Blake have agreed together, like, hey, I don't need to say anything about this. Like, I don't need to get involved unless I have to be involved. And at the end of the day, I also think it's crazy that people are like, well, you know, her friendship with Blake is over now that this guy jumped Travis's fence. Why would she blame Blake for that? Like, why would she blame
anything,
Blake
that should
Lively for what
galvanize
a
her.
man did because another man asked him to?
That should galvanize her to be more on Team Blake, because like
Yeah,
clearly
like-
this guy is
like,
fucking crazy.
You have no like imagine how scary for someone who has an active stalker like Taylor Swift.
who's MIA.
Yeah, literally. All right, honey.
I don't think I have really
Call me honey
opinions.
if you want, because I'm the one you want. And that, remember when I said I wasn't gonna do that one?
And it's because you were like, you
Because I
just need
had
to leave it to
I had
Tay.
it perfectly.
Right.
No,
you
Phoebe.
did.
Phoebe. I had it perfectly. I would have sung exactly the words. Anyone call me honey. I mean, I had that ready.
Well, then why didn't you do it?
Because Phoebe, I thought she was performing it on Fallon.
Oh, right.
You were there. You were literally right there when they said that. I like it. It's really sweet, but it's not my fave. That one feels more like almost
Sweet
New
Nothing.
Year's Day. Sweet Nothing. Like it's giving like
Not New Year's Day. New Year's Day, that is a
right.
memorable, wonderful
well,
track.
okay. Honey's been out in the world for 3 days, so it also could be.
Yeah, but it feels like Sweet Nothing. Like the end of the album, kind of like the sweet song that you don't
Yeah,
necessarily
maybe.
reach for. New Year's Day is like knife to the heart.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it on when I like want to be emotional.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Life of a Showgirl. I also kind of feel like I'm not reaching for that much. Sorry,
Because it's
Sab.
also pretty, it's a little musical theater.
It's a little musical
Especially the
theater.
bridge.
Yes.
That's very like, okay, get your tap shoes on.
Yes, exactly. Hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet.
It's also kind of Lady Gaga. What's that song?
Grigio girls. On the Pinot Grigio girls on the Pinot.
No,
You
there's
already
another-
said that's what it was.
There's another one
the other
too. It's giving maybe that is the one I'm thinking of.
It's got to be
But
from
I
Joanne.
feel like there's one more. No, I think it was one of those weird songs that ended up being a single in like the Born This Way era. That
You
for-
and I.
maybe,
It's been a long time since
Maybe
you
that's what it's-
came around.
maybe it's I'm combining Pinot Grigio Girls
Yeah.
and that.
I love you.
But I don't. It kind of it reminded me of what the last song on Art Pop, which is Applause, not that song. It doesn't remind me of Applause literally at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really neat too that she brought Sabrina on. Like, she never does that shit, you know? And I think it's solidified very well that Sabrina is the protege. Sabrina is the one she's chosen as her mentor.
Which, like, guys, I love
mentee.
Sabrina so much. I love her, but it does surprise me that.
They're
And I'm not trying to
different.
be mean, and I'm not trying to undercut Sabrina's talent and her songwriting prowess. But it's crazy to me that the songwriter of our generation is picking Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. Well, she said it in the movie, like Sabrina gets it. Like she was like, she gets what it means to move through this world and not care what people think. And I think she found that earlier than Taylor did. And I think Taylor looks at her and is like, if you found that earlier than me, what the fuck could you do? Like, you know, like look at what I've done. It took me that long to figure it out though. And so like, you already got that. And imagine. And I think she'd be happy.
I think
to
Halsey recently said that in an interview with Zane Lowe. I think she was like, if I had had a pop star like Sabrina to look up to,
yeah,
my career would have looked so different.
Yeah.
And I would have been able to do so much more because I would have done it differently.
Right. So like I feel like maybe Taylor sees that aspect of it, and it's like, you know, she doesn't want a protege that's going to make the same kind of music she makes. So it's like that way then it doesn't feel like they're in competition. I think they feel like they're in different worlds a little bit. And I don't know, I loved how she spoke about her in the movie when she was like on her days off from tour in Sweden, she went and recorded the song, and that's a showgirl. Like that, someone who just like the hustle, the grind, like they just get up and fucking do it because they love it and because they're a showgirl, and that's what it is. And it's not for everybody, but like that is what the life of a showgirl is. And I don't know, people are like, this doesn't feel very showgirl, like the album as a whole. I'm like, yes, it does.
It feels like the end of the night.
The whole
taking your makeup
the whole
off.
album feels like, it literally feels like the first song is when you're getting ready in the dressing room, and I love the dressing room scene in the music video. Like that is like my happy place, is being in a dressing room with a bunch of bitches putting on our fake lashes, talking shit, like borrowing each other's stuff. It smells like burnt hair, and it's like 5-minute call. And it's just, there's nothing like it. I love it so much. It doesn't matter what show it is. Like it's amazing. And she really like got that feel. And then it's like you go through the show, and then you're at the end where you got to like wind down, and you hear the crowd, and you're sort of like, whew, okay, I'm not that person anymore. Like this is who I really am now, stripped down to this acoustic sort of version of me. And I'm not Ophelia dressed up and all the whatever. I don't know. I think she goes through all the different, like, I don't know, points that I wanted her to go through. And I don't know. I love it. I love the album. So,
okay, I will do my dream rotation, which is all the Road Warriors that came to Caroline's Ghost Tour. It was
Phoebe, it was our ghost tour.
Yeah, but like it wasn't. It was, I'm not getting a check in the mail.
Oh well.
It was Caroline's Ghost Tour, I wouldn't have.
By the way, Phoebe didn't work, so that's
I know that's
why.
What, no, but and that's
she's not getting a check in the mail because
no,
I'm not paying her.
I know, but what I'm saying is you tried to say like it was our ghost tour. No, it wasn't.
I just want to mean like they came also for you.
Well, thank you, but we both,
they did come for you,
but they came to your ghost tour, which is what I was saying.
To see us.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so fun. Caroline and I truly couldn't believe it.
No, we could not.
And I'm glad you guys got to see our neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Like we got to go to the saloon. You got to like go to Washington Road. You got to sit on the T. You got to do a bunch of fun stuff.
Kind of did it all.
Right.
That's kind of it.
Yeah, it's really just like Washington Road.
That's kind of it.
And that's about it.
Just kidding.
It was an absolute blast,
soon.
and I loved that you guys showed up in your merch. It was so fun and sweet and
surreal
wonderful.
Vibes for real.
Yeah, it was really crazy. So thank you for coming.
Yes.
And it was probably more fun for us than it even was for you.
Hey. Thank you for the lovely bouquet. The life of a tour guide. My voice
and
is
you're never ever gonna.
And you're never ever gonna.
Anyway, so yeah, that is first. Second will be Pittsburgh, PA, I guess. Except it is hot.
It's too hot to be October in Pittsburgh,
and
PA.
It's like,
there we said it.
Hey, this isn't why I came up here.
No, I came up here for a crisp autumn fall.
Yes, because I'm not getting that in Nashville. And why does it feel like I'm in Nashville?
I know, but I think this week it will cool down. And if it doesn't,
better.
The weatherman will be hearing from moi.
Yes. And last will be the sandwich I had at Party Foul. Oh my god, it was the best sandwich I
in
think
the
I've
airport.
Yes, and
Caroline, that's crazy because like when I went to that Party Foul in the airport, it sucked. By the way,
that's crazy. That's my favorite Party Foul.
What?
The sandwich I get there is always 10 times better than the one at the restaurant.
I'm sorry to be laughing at you. I'm just like blown away.
What did you get?
I got the salad that I always get.
That's where you're probably messing up.
And also, like, I'm sorry, no offense. The service in the airport Party Foul leaves much to be desired.
But yeah, it's an airport restaurant.
Which is why it's crazy that it's your favorite because you love to be served.
Food wise, I love going. Okay. I love having my time to sit in there, watch my TV, have a beer, drink my party foul.
Drink my party foul, baby.
And then what I love about the sandwich is that it's a different kind of cheese in the airport.
Oh, see, like I would hate that. Don't fuck with my expectations. For me.
Yes, but it tastes good, so it didn't end up mattering. And now I love it, and I look forward to it. And I can get an upper spice level at the airport. It's not quite as hot. I think that's intentional because
people
it's
don't
the
know.
airport,
Yeah.
and they maybe will go up.
Oh, good point.
Like the mild there doesn't have as much spice.
Okay.
I've learned, so I can do medium there, and I do mild. Because guys, if you go to Party Foul,
don't even try it.
Also,
I mean the spice, the high spice.
Also, the new location I can walk to. Crazy. But all I was gonna say is, if like Prince's and Party Foul, don't mess with the barometer. Probably at Prince's, go down 2 spice levels, I would say, than what you would get. Hattie B's go up a spice level. Party Foul probably go below 1 spice level of what you think you can handle. Would be my advice. Anyway, that's my rotation.
Okay, love it. All right, I'm on Nightmare. So first up are the Tay naysayers. The Tay naysays. You guys, get a grip. Okay, sorry.
Or keep it to yourself.
I just keep it to your fucking self. I just reposted this TikTok that really sums it up. Let me just play this really quick for you, and then I'll move on to my next one.
You guys are so confused. This album is for cool and fun and hot girls. Of course, you're not gonna like it.
Okay, there it is. This album is for cool and fun and hot girls. Of course, you're not gonna like it.
Whoa, Caroline looked right at me and actually gestured towards me.
No, I'm just recreating the video, Phoebe. It's called really good acting. That's all it's called. Okay, cool. Next up is Phoebe points to my mom's dogs. No, it's not them. Next up is, I guess I'm going to fully do the 80-degree weather. It was 83 degrees yesterday, and I was like planning on wearing this sweater all day, and it really fucked with my head.
No, that walk, sweating.
I know, but I was wearing that sweater.
I was like, I was actually like, I had to like go to the bathroom and like, I was dripping sweat.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. Workout. Okay. My ghost tours are a workout. Love it.
Yeah, if you wear a sweatshirt.
Love it. Well, I wore a full like sweater that felt
Maddie kills me. She wears this like super cute Halloween sweater, and she takes it off because she gets hot, and then she gets cold when we're standing, so she puts it on and she goes, and I'm hot again. Immediately. It was on her body for 1 second.
I give up mood.
And she goes, she like had just put her like crossbody back on after taking it from Andrew, and she goes, and I'm hot again.
Wow.
It was so funny.
Wow. Okay, and next, wait, am I gonna do this and actually cause a rift in the family? Lisa Barlow. We'll talk about it on the podcast this week for the Patreon, because you don't have time to get into Salt Lake today, and we'll talk about the Big Brother finale and winner as well. But Lisa, did you watch last week?
I actually am just realizing now I never watched because I went to the Haim concert on Tuesday, and then I traveled, and I think I just completely forgot.
You must watch it ASAP, because
but I mean, I haven't been.
No, I know,
defending Lisa.
It's like so much worse. Like it's like, I'm just like, is this real life? Like it's embarrassing the way she's acting. It's really crazy, and I hate it. So that's all I have to say about that. We'll talk more about it on the Patreon. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. This was a fun episode. If you don't love Taylor talk, sorry, but you'll get a punch bowl on Thursday, so you'll be just fine. Reminder, we are recording with Sarah Shepard this week. So if you have any questions that you want us to ask her, you need to get them in like today if you're listening on Tuesday. Our Halloween merch is out. It's super cute. Everyone looked amazing in it last night. I don't want you to feel left out if you're walking down the street and see everybody wearing
Maddie
them.
literally mid-tour ordered merch.
Yeah, because she was like, it looks so cute. I'm like, yeah, hello, I know.
And
so
Andrew goes, oh wait, like I want the beanie.
Yeah, so like they both are leaving with merch.
So funny.
So cute. So get the merch. It'll be here before Halloween, and you'll have something great to wear. Who needs a costume when you have Pretty Little Podcast merch? That's like great. You know what I'm saying? But you should wear a costume too. Halloween's more than one night. You know that. Okay. And if you could leave us a 5-star review, you guys, it means the world to us. It does everything for us. It helps us so much. And leave a comment on Spotify if you're listening there. Wherever you are, just tell everyone you know about us. Thank you. Love you so much. And we will see you next week. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. I heard you call me boring, Bobby, when the coke's got you brave. Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
I heard you call. I think it's just higher. I heard you call.